The Saudi Peace of the Grave Plan, an offer Israel must refuse. Chapter 33. Wow, well, look at this great book, The Quest for Justice in the Middle East, the Arab-Israeli Conflict in Greater Perspective. Hey, folks, I'm Gerald Honigman. I'm the author of this book. And why did I choose Chapter 33, that Saudi Peace of the Grave Plan? Because that's the Peace of the Grave Plan that our present President Obama insists that Israel accept. That Saudi Peace of the Grave Plan, when Senator Obama was running for president back in November 2008, before November 2008, he's been quoted several times as saying Israel would be crazy not to accept that plan. Okay, what does that plan call for? It calls for Israel to return to its 9 to 15 mile wide Armistice line existence. In 1949, after the Arab states invaded a reborn Israel, the UN sat back and watched Israel attack and did nothing. Only when the Jews at great cost finally turned the tides of that attack did the United Nations step forward to limit the amount of losses that the Arabs would have. So the UN came in after Israel was attacked by a half-dozen Arab states in 1948 and drew up those armistice lines, which merely were the places where the army stopped fighting. So before Israel had a chance to win back any of the land that was lost after that attack, those lines were drawn up, which made Israel 9 to 15 miles wide. I dare you, find a globe of the world and then find Israel on that globe without a magnifying glass. Try it sometime. Israel was never meant to be that sub-rump state. And that's what this fight going on now between President Obama and the Prime Minister of Israel, Netanyahu, was all about. After the Six-Day War in 1967, another war Arabs started to try to exterminate Israel. It began with them blockading Israel at the Straits of Tiran, a casus belli, an official cause of war. Okay, after that Six-Day War, Israel was promised that it would never have to go back to those 49 armistice lines again. All the architects of UN Resolution 242, the main peacekeeping tool for peace between Arabs and Jews in the Middle East, promised that. Lord Carradine, Undersecretary of State Eugene Rostow, and other architects as well. And that's what this fight is all about between Israel and the United States and the rest of the world today. Whether Israel has to go back to its 9-mile wide existence or it gets the territorial compromise that it was promised after the Six-Day War. And that's what this one particular chapter I'm looking at right now, of many other great chapters in this book, if I have to say so myself. Chapter 33, the Saudi Peace of the Grave Plan, an offer Israel must refuse. And that's the same fight we're seeing today. President Obama insists that Israel again become a microscopic dot on a world globe instead of getting the justice that it was denied back in 1949 when those armistice lines were drawn up. Israel never had real borders. It was promised it would finally get real secure borders as a result of Resolution 242, the final draft of it. And now it's being pressured to give up on that promise, and that's not fair. That's not what real justice is all about. And we'll pick up on the next part of this in our next segment.